Or death. All right, dude, bring it. I'll give you the second. Katana approaches you, his grin spreading. Dude. Oh, look at Eric. You bitch. All right, Jesse. All right. Oh my God, what the fuck?
Look, I know it's not Back for Blood. Just hang in there. Now, you may have noticed something different in the first scene, but what was it? Is it the fact that my shirt finally came in the mail, exclaiming the Atlanta Braves are the World Series champs? Or is it this new haircut, which makes my head look a little too big? Or perhaps you noticed there wasn't a bed, or there once was. Because that's right, I turned this little room into a studio. Or well, a studio. But outside of having a place where I can be free of distraction, I can drop my green screen down at a moment's notice to practice monologues and other lowbrow humor just to entertain you. People have been real hesitant to visit lately because they either sleep on a crappy air mattress or they can sleep on the couch. Either way, it's a win-win for all of us. Anyways, let's get to brass tacks. A few months ago, the community voted for me to play Boyfriend Dungeon. They spent their channel points on the challenge, said it would be really cool, really fun content. They said they'd enjoyed watching me play a cringy dating game. And as a man of the people, I did that. But I realized I've done so regrettably, because let me tell you, the analytics don't lie. But now you're thinking, Dop, if nobody watches this shit, then why would you spend time making a YouTube video? See, every review of this game is pretty basic, and or dog water, and or goes into the controversy that we'll talk about in a minute. So no review is done justice unless I tell you the gist of it all. You're you, whoever that is, and you're gonna spend your summer in Verona Beach. All the while, your creepy cousin is going to set you up on dates because your mom thinks you're going to die alone. You basically crawl a couple dungeons, face your fears of cell phones, old TVs, adult beverages, and while you're doing that, you're actually building your relationship with the weapon you're using. Oh yeah, did I forget to mention? You date weapons in this game. So Verona Beach is basically a place for hot models who can turn into weapons like daggers, swords, and scythes. But none of that really even matters, because unlike other dungeon crawlers, this game is stupid easy. You can basically left click your way through the entire thing. And it's easy because they want you to focus on the interactions with the vain and vapid dateable characters. Now going into this thing, I was open to dating the most OP weapon, but I ended up choosing Valeria because she has speedy attacks and her dash confuses the enemy. Now speaking on characters, there's a whole little warning in the beginning of this game that tells you there's going to be triggers of unwanted advances and stalking. Primarily it's because of this guy right here, but we're going to get to him in a second. Every character in this game has a little bit of cringe. Every one of them tries to make an advance on you, whether you go down the platonic route or not.
Then gathers their courage. Is it a date? Not really. We're just going to boil an egg.
But Eric here is different. He doesn't know when to stop. See, he takes unwanted advances to a whole new level.
I think we could even speed run dungeons if we wanted. Skip straight to the bottom. Fight the boss monster immediately. I figured out how. Oh, but Eric pauses and looks you in the eye with a mischievous grin. I said this would be a trade. How about I'll tell you about my speedrun strat for the low, low price of one kiss on the cheek.
At one point, dude here even made an experimental being which I think he planned to mate with, but ended up letting loose to stalk you. This dude never realizes that you're just not into him. He's always putting down weapon folk and trying to say that humans are the superior beings. But like any ogre, he's got layers like an onion. And when you peel him back, you realize he's trying to make up for a lot of insecurities and issues.
I can't say I blame him. I hate everything about myself too.
There's still time left to improve. The third option has more hope. I'm going to go with there's time left to improve. Eric looks at you with a flicker of hope. I am literally the smartest person in this room.
Not a valid reason to be a D-bag. I mean, the dude literally competes with tens who can turn into weapons and slay. And I don't mean just in the dungeon. But at the end of it all, you conquer your fears, realize Eric needs a lot of help, and to solve it all, you tell him to go to therapy.
But it's clear to me now what I should do. What I must do.
We're going to do Cosmo said. Go to therapy.
Exactly.
I don't mean to bring up old shit, but I'm going to bring up some old shit. Anybody who threatened the voice actor who played Eric, that was kind of dumb. Unnecessary. Yeah, shame. Now, with any decent review, it wouldn't be complete if I didn't say something like what I would have liked to have seen in the game. And I have one tiny, trivial thing I would have loved to have seen in this game. And it's based off of one question. Why the fuck can't we date Mandy?
How do we not talk to him and talk to her? Is that a potential outcome here?
Yeah, no, I'm calling foul on this. See, you created a dimple-pierced, attitude-having baddie. You dropped her right in front of us and then said she's not a dateable character. And yet, you created a guy like Sawyer, who I know is for profiling purposes. So here I am after beating the game, scouring the internet for information, because I think on a second playthrough, maybe there's a way to date Mandy. I would drop Valeria so fast. So after searching high and low to find out if I can date Mandy, I find out the closest thing I can get to interacting with her is through Sunder. And let me tell you, from my perspective, after the initial interaction, I was not ever going to talk to that guy again. But I did find out through the wiki, there's two other characters on the way. One who I am not really interested in, and the other who is not Mandy and also is not interested in me. And I'll let you figure out why. So overall, this game is good. Just that, it's good. It's a lot more fun with chat when you're all memeing it and reacting to the cringe. Otherwise, it's not a good lesson in dating, and content is about as shallow as the characters' personalities.
Never ever quit, I just kept on pursuing. Never ever quit, I just kept on pursuing. Never ever quit, I just kept on pursuing. Kept on pursuing, kept on pursuing.